an empty glass and drowns within the wine. A cigarette burns to its death. It's no concern of mine. I think I'm drowned within the wine. What have I found within the wine? Lord, can I live within the wine? What can you give within the wine? Love sits in an empty room and dies within the crowd. First love lies, then it cries, silently out loud. Oh, I think I'm drowned within the wine. What have I found within the wine? Lord, can I live within the wine? And what can you give within the wine? Dust sits in the basement and slowly forms a rock. It needs no replacement. It slowly learns to talk. Can you hear it? Yes, I hear it. I think I'm drowned within the wine. What have I found within the wine? Lord, can I live within the wine? What can you give within the wine?
Technical difficulties, you just never know when they're going to pop up. But there we go. That was Boston's Final Rage. My special guest tonight is a member from that band. Mr. Bruce Owens will be here on Tunesday Tuesday. This is episode number 31 of Tunesday Tuesday. Let's do that like right about there. Man, I can't believe we've done 31 of these shows, 31 of these interviews already, but we're excited to chat with Bruce tonight. We have over an hour and a half of the greatest music for you guys tonight as well. A playlist that I put together each and every week here on the show. Appreciate everybody who's tuning in on Facebook and Twitch. I do want to let everybody know, really exciting news. This show has been approved and launched on Spotify. That's right. We are a official podcast now, Tunesday Tuesday on Spotify, and that means if we're on Spotify, we are everywhere. So iTunes, Apple, iHeartRadio, wherever you find your podcasts, Tunesday Tuesday will be there. If you're watching on YouTube or Spotify, thank you for watching and listening. We are live every Tuesday, though, if you'd like to join us on Twitch and Facebook. But without any further ado, guys, we're going to get into our conversation with Mr. Bruce Owens from my old neck of the woods, Malden, Massachusetts. This should be interesting. Let's get into it. Bruce, what's up, my friend?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Not too bad. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good. Loving life in Boston, Chris.
Yeah, are you in Malden still? Is that what I've read?
We've spread all over the place. So the last guy, our singer, just moved out of Malden 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So we're spread all over southern New Hampshire and Massachusetts now.
I love that, man. I miss it up there. I'm originally from Brockton, so I know you know where that's at.
Oh, I definitely know where that's at.
Yeah.
A lot of great bands down there.
Is there really?
Yeah. One of my favorite bands is from Brockton. Two brothers have a thrash band. They were called XXL.
Okay.
And both brothers must have weighed 300 pounds.
Wow.
One sang, one played guitar. They both incredibly talented. And then they had a second guitar player that weighed 100 pounds soaking wet. So to see him in between the two was amazing. But yeah, great band.
That's funny. So you're the guitar player of Boston's Final Raid?
Yeah, I primarily got guitar. I play little keys on the album. The next album, I'm going to do a little bit of mandolin.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I know when you're talking to a heavy metal band, you're like heavy mandolin, but yeah.
I have a really close friend who's a mandolin player who thrives at putting mandolin into music you would not expect it to be in.
Yeah, it's a cool, fun instrument, and the piece we're putting it in is it's kind of traditional in a sense. It's called Love Lies, so it starts out kind of acoustic, and I can only describe the song as if like maybe Led Zeppelin and Anthrax had a baby and then asked Leonard Skinner to babysit. So
that's incredible. with a mandolin, like that's nuts. So
yeah, like Led Zeppelin 3-ish kind of thing there, and it has a lot of country licks in it, which was fun for me to play country licks and stuff like that. So we like to expand and try different things and go off the beaten path.
So this band has been around for a while, like decades and decades. So it's called Boston's Final Raid. I got to hear the genesis behind the name of the band first of all.
Everyone always asks that. It's kind of funny. It was named by me and the original bass player Lem Pond, my best friend since birth. And every time we came up with a name for a band, it was taken every single time. So we came up with the name Raid, and then we were thinking ear raid, like, all right, then maybe ear raid, like, raiding someone's ear. And then finally we said, why don't we just throw two random letters in front of it like REO Speedwagon? So we randomly picked B and F.
Huh.
And that originally meant bloody F word ing raid. Because we were like 16, 17, right?
Yeah.
So, want that metal thing going on. And then we started to get airplay, we started to get gigs, and we said, well, that won't play on the radio, will it? So we changed it to Boston's Final Raid, which really means nothing. But weirdly, people thought the name was Be Afraid, to like be scared, be afraid of the band. And it was never the intention. We just like pulled two letters out of the air and it worked. And it's 40 years later and people still love the name.
I love that, man. So essentially the name of the band is really BF Raid, and then you guys can just kind of interchange the words however you want.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That's awesome. So one thing you wanted to talk about was your songwriting approach, and I definitely am interested in that too, because like genre-wise and musically, It's stylistically wise. You guys are kind of all over the place when it comes to music, and we talked about that a little bit with the mandolin. Talk about kind of the basis of the songwriting for the band and why it might be a little different than normal.
Yeah, most of the writing starts with me. Billy, our singer, he writes a bit too, and we have a philosophy that it's like building a house. So I show up to practice with the plans to the house, and then people help with after the foundation's built, the walls and the furnishings. And Billy's usually the last one through after myself, Jamie, and Moose work on the instrumentation. And he's phenomenal at what I call putting on those finishing touches, little hits, rhythmic things. And it's cool because Bill plays piano, guitar, bass, drums, all very well. Jamie plays bass. Our drummer plays bass and guitar. Our bass player plays guitar very well, piano. I play almost everything but the drums. So we can interchange ideas. So when we're writing these songs, some of the key things are, one, musically, if we write a riff, we instantly change it. We'll take that riff and we'll change the end. We'll twist it. We'll manipulate it because we want to be really sure that it doesn't sound like something that was written before.
Right.
We also use a lot of Asian scales. We use a lot of Hindu scales when we're building the music. There's a song on the new album that's called What You Crave, and it's totally written around a Hindu raga scale. But if you listen to it, people would say, wow, this sounds influenced by Black Sabbath. They would definitely say Sabbath. And it's like, no, it's actually influenced by Ravi Shankar, but
yeah,
you get what you get. So the music pulls from jazz, it pulls from Hindu music everywhere. But, all the amps are cranked, so it has that heavy metal feel, And then lyrically, we don't want to be like a Tenacious D type of band, singing about wizards and mystical things, and it's just not our groove. So, nothing wrong with that. That's what someone loves to write about. Just do what you love, but that's not us. And we write about our experiences and where we've been, and we love the classic songwriters. The Carole Kings of the world, the Bernie Taupins of the world, even the Bruce Springsteens of the world, and like John Mellencamp is a great American storyteller.
Yeah.
I mean, people hear Jack and Diane, but they need to dive in deep to the guy's catalog. There's some beautiful stories in there, and we like to do the same thing. So when you listen to our songs, you'll get that hooky metal hook, maybe in the chorus somewhere, but when you listen to the lyrics, we always have a story there. There's always a beginning and an end. And
that's interesting when it comes to metal, right? Because that's not typical.
No, it really isn't. And there's a tug of war there. Our lead singer is an English major.
Okay.
And I'm a marketing major. We're two different worlds, right? So I write some lyrics, I'll stop making up words and things of that nature, and Bill will go, wait a minute, that's not a word. And I'm like, was cuckoo a word, Bill? Come on, give me a break here.
Right.
So, but it's great because sometimes he will stop me and say, okay, wait, what tense do you want this in? What voice? And Bill's really good at helping me craft that message. So, I bring the lyrics to practice, me and Bill work on them together. Not just the lyrical content, but the meter. And I must say, every once in a while, I'll write something. It might rub someone the wrong way. I take total responsibility. That's not the rest of the band. Because we do touch on some subjects that people would think are controversial.
Oh, come on, it wouldn't be metal otherwise. Come on.
Yeah, it's funny, though, because they're really not, but they are, but they're not. We don't have anything that's too wild. The two songs on the album, Angel and Victim, I mean, I wrote those when I was 17 years old, and those were like, let's go meet some girls and kind of party kind of songs.
Yeah.
And then we evolved and I wrote Within the Wine, which is about fighting social anxiety with alcohol.
Yeah, we played that at the beginning of the show tonight to lead us in.
Yeah, and yeah, I was 18, playing in a band and playing with alcohol, and even then I was like, am I losing my identity? Am I the same guy when I'm drinking? But I could talk to girls, I could play guitar loud, and it was fun. So the song's about that conflict that I was having even back then. But on this album, Combat Zone, which you being from Boston know where we named this the album after.
Yep.
So the new album's Combat Zone, and there's 3 songs on the album that are Within the Wine, Part 2, 3, and 4. So Part 2 is called Dive Bar All Stars, and it's just about the characters that we met in dive bars around Boston.
Yeah.
And how every dive bar you go into, there's going to be the same people there. There's going to be that old timer. There's going to be the barfly. There'll be a bookie in the corner taking bets. And you could probably take me into a dive bar down in Texas. I've been in dive bars in Texas, actually. But yeah, it's the same people in every dive bar.
It is, truly.
Yeah, so you look at a song like Dive Bar All Stars, and most people would say, is that like a country song? The vibe and feel, it's got that Americana thing, but it's a loud one. It's very loud. The second one is called Love Lies, and it's a love song about getting your heart broken, but it's about getting your heart broken by alcohol.
Yep.
Just laying there in bed feeling horrible, and just those mornings where you say, I'll never do this ever again in my life. And so, it sounds like a love song, but it's actually a love song to alcohol. And if people listen to it, they'll think it's about a woman. It's not. It's written in the way that you would think so. And then
well, it's open to interpretation, right? Which is what a good song is supposed to be.
Yeah, and that's what we want. It's if you listen to our music, on the surface, you're going to hear something. Within the Wine, you might even think it's like a party song, like, hey, let's go drink some wine. It's like, no, this kid is tortured.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Lord, can I live within the wine? Same thing with Love Lies. It seems like, oh, a woman broke this guy's heart, and that's not it. And then the fourth part of Within the Wine that we'll be doing is called The Day I Killed Brian Scott. And we just started working on that. And it's got a really weird interlude, like out there, spacey, really trippy, kind of swirly, it's different. And that is actually about killing that inner child and growing up, and learning to be responsible and maybe have a glass of wine with dinner instead of banging down a fifth of Jack Daniels before practice. So it's about killing the inner child and putting that person away. So
how many songs is the new record gonna have on it?
If our singer's watching me say this, he's shuddering. We're going to be doing 10.
Okay.
And everyone's already said never again. So the next one will probably be like 4 songs. We're going to release really quick EPs after that. But it's funny. I wrote a song I love just the other day called Flesh Wounds. And it's not going to make the album. And the guys looked at me and they were like, all at once, like, no. It's like, I know we can't do 11 songs, but to like save it. And I'm like,
it's tough to choose, isn't it? It truly is.
Well, that's how Becky came along. We were in the studio and it was a nightmare. We got an engineer that said he knew what he was doing, and it would just, everything fell apart. And our first recording session, we got nothing done. And we had to wait another 3 months to find a decent engineer and to book time. And during that time off, I wrote Becky. And Bill was like, no, we're not doing another song. And then he heard Becky and he's like, yeah, we're doing that song. So Everyone's like, I don't even want to hear Flesh Wounds, So
Yeah, save it for the next one, no matter how good it is, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about Bruce's pick of the week. As you guys may know that have been following us, we have a special guest every single Tuesday, but they also get to feature a song from an artist other than themselves that either means something to them or is a song they really want to feature. And Bruce has chosen Amy by Elton John, which I find very interesting because this is not exactly a huge hit for Elton. So why did you pick this one, Bruce?
It's probably one of my favorite Elton John songs of all time. I probably first heard the album when it first came out. And of course, everyone was into Rocket Man, and Amy talked about James Dean. It talked about street fights. It talked about love. It talked about women. It's a very cool song. And also, Jean-Luc Ponty plays the most smoking violin solo on this song.
Yeah.
And as a young kid, I'm like, well, I've never heard anyone do that on a violin. And who's Jean-Luc Ponty? And I, had to investigate him, which took me down a path to listening to fusion and jazz. So you would not think that Elton John would be the one that would lead you on the path to Herbie Hancock and Miles Davis, but there it is. And I've always loved the song. And it's funny, we were just talking about Becky. Becky is heavily influenced by the song Amy. So when I first heard Amy, I mean, it's powerful. He sings, I'm beating on the streets because I love you. I watch you go to work in the summer. And to a 12-year-old kid, you're like, wow, that's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
And then when you turn 18 and you find yourself growing up in probably one of the most really, I would say, polarizing times in Boston during the busing era, which you're familiar with.
Absolutely.
And being a black guy and dating girls in Charlestown and Southie and Dorchester and Chinatown in the North End was not a place for me to be at night at all.
I know.
And, I've got my tires slashed. I've been chased. I've been, beat up, gotten into fights. And Becky's all about that. So it's like a version of Amy, but a Boston grittier one. It was definitely influenced by, Bernie Taupin in a lot of ways, as a lot of our lyrics are. And it's not a rip of the song. It's, I was inspired by the song and wanted to tell my story the way Bernie told his. There are some really... It's radio friendly, but I've hidden so many curse words in Becky and horrible, horrible terms in that song that if you went digging, and I had one friend that was able to name them all. He was like, whoa, this is hardcore. So if someone has a pretty bad vocabulary,
I'm going to have to listen now. You got me interested.
Yeah, I don't say the words, but they're inferred. They're definitely inferred, and there's slurs that a black person might hear from a white person. And then, of course, the title of the song, Becky, is a derogatory term that black women might call a white woman, right? Yep. So the song kind of shows that on both sides we're both wrong. We have just, it's, we both can be horrible, both sides, and that's why I love the song, has that kind of pull. And we both can be great, and in those neighborhoods, I met a lot of people. I have a lot of friends in Dorchester now. I have a lot of friends from the North End, Chinatown, that didn't chase me out of the neighborhood. So there's, I don't want people watching this to think Boston is this horrible place. If it was, I wouldn't live here anymore. But
it is a tough place, though, man. You're right. It's not horrible in the sense that not everybody is like that, right? But I mean, it is. I mean, it's been a lot of years since I lived there, but when I did, it was very territorial even then, right? And for me personally, as a white guy, right, the opposite of you. I was very lucky in that I was tall. I'm 6'4". I could play some basketball, and because of that, I was allowed into neighborhoods that I ordinarily would be shot at if I was in. Just because I could put a basketball in a hoop. So, That's the way it was when I was a kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when I was a kid too, in those neighborhoods where you would be shot at, or where all my cousins lived, and I played kickball and ran up and down the streets with them, right?
Mhm.
And yeah, I mean the neighborhoods in Boston are beautiful, and they've gotten better, much better in a lot of ways. It's not too many areas where I'd be afraid to walk at night now, even Southie or Charlestown. But yeah, back then it was just the tempers were flaring, and
Yeah,
it
you couldn't
was
do it. Like, I remember, being 14, 15 years old and getting on the T in Brockton when they finally put a T, in Brockton. We didn't have trains in Brockton when I was real little, but about my teenage years, that's when they put them in. And I would just tell my mom and dad I was going to my friend's house, and when I'm actually clubbing and in Boston, get on the T. And I mean, you just never know what neighborhood you're getting off at. You know what I mean?
yeah. You have to be good at that.
Yeah.
I have a friend that fell asleep on the tee. One of my old drummers, white guy, really cool guy, and he fell asleep and woke up in Forest Hills. And
Oh
the conductor
God,
woke him up.
dang!
He said, "This is the last stop. You have to get off." And
No, I'm not getting off.
he saw the sign, and he's like, "There's no way I'm getting off this train."
Absolutely not.
And the guy looked at him and he goes, "Yeah, you're not getting off this train."
Nope.
And thankfully for him, they parked the trains at Wellington, so they took him back to the area where he'd be a little bit safer.
He got lucky. He got real lucky. Oh man, we got Bruce Owens from BF Raid, Boston's Final Raid, for the first time on the show, and the song we're featuring from Boston's Final Raid tonight is called "Hollywood with Snakes." Tell us a little bit about this song before we play it, Bruce.
Yeah, it's the backdrop is Hollywood, but it's really about the abuse of women globally, right? So I was really thinking about how nothing's really changed, and even in America, in some pockets and cultures, women are just forced to do things they don't want to do. They have to marry guys they don't want to marry because of family pressure, or stay within the little clique, or what have you. And the pressures to get at jobs, the pressures to get at men from men, and the fact that they can't even walk down the street safe at night by themselves sometimes, right? And it really aggravated me, that they don't have the same freedom that men have. And I started to think how far back it went, and how even though these women that were very powerful in Hollywood were, just held down by these movie heads and these studio heads. And Weinstein was, going on at the same time. And it was just, an issue that made my blood boil. So that's when I write. I write when I'm angry. You'll notice that there's no happy BF Raid songs. And you can see I'm a happy guy, but I cannot write when I'm happy. It's if I'm happy, I just go off and I'm happy. It's when something's bothering me, I'm troubled, I'm angry. That's when I want to take that energy and put it into a song.
Yeah,
so,
your music's your outlet, man. I get that. Yeah.
So you'll never get anything like I'm Walking on Sunshine from BF Raid. It's not gonna. I'd love to do it. I've tried to write happy songs. It's actually hilarious to watch me feel. I just can't do it. But so yeah, Hollywood with Snakes is yet again another angry BF Raid Bruce Owens song, and just anger at Hollywood, but anger at people that just really just don't realize that they're just not treating women the way they should be treated.
Well, I appreciate you coming on the show and sharing the music with us. And again, it's Combat Zone. When do we think that's going to be out, Bruce?
Ooh, so we are hoping, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on in the band, personal stuff. So we're hoping to get into the studio late October, early November.
So you're looking at next year sometime then, huh?
Yeah, I think a December release or early January release should be it, but it's pretty much already written. There's a couple of songs that I still have to go over with Bill, and I'll do that probably Saturday. So we practice when we can. So Jamie and the drummer and I practice every weekend. Matt's there almost every weekend. He's usually there. every weekend, and then Billy does every other weekend with us. So we get different work done at different times. And our drummer, Jamie, he's like my rock of Gibraltar, because when I'm first working on a song, I can go in the studio with him, work on the rhythms, work on the beats, and see if what I have in my head, in my hands, translates.
Mm-hmm.
And then Matt comes in, he adds his flourishes, and then Billy comes in and, finishes off the song. So, like I said, it's a process where we're all building together. And sometimes when I write a song, it's exactly what I heard in my head. And sometimes when I hear it in the studio, it's 1,000 miles away from what I originally wrote, because everyone's adding so many different pieces and changing it as it moves along. And that's beautiful. It's great.
I was going to say that's a great thing. Yeah, that's definitely a great thing. But yeah, we appreciate Bruce being here. The website is bfraid.com. Go on there until the new record is out. You can check out the EP that came out, I believe, last year. It's called Rated Again, which is available on all major streaming platforms. And you can go right to the website and click to listen there as well. Bruce, thank you so much for coming on tonight, man.
Thanks for having me, Chris. And, stay in touch, and we'll let you know how things, unfold with the album.
Absolutely, man. I would appreciate that. You have a good night. We're going to get into the music.
All right. Thank you. Take care.
All right, man. You take care. We are going to get into the music. I want to thank Bruce Owens again with Boston's Final Raid for episode 31 of Tunesday Tuesday. Again, I want to let you know, if you're watching on Spotify or YouTube and you're just seeing the interview portion of this, you can click the link in the description below for a full recap of the entire show, which will include all the music, all the stories, and kind of synopsis of each of the artists tonight. But without any further ado, we're going to get into the music tonight, guys. Here is BF Raid, Boston's Final Raid, with Hollywood with Snakes.
Flickers on the screen, light defines these classic scenes. Adolescent dreams come to life, the stars buzz, great nightlife. Your heart's pounding as the credits roll. For all this, you'd sell your soul. Scenes all filled with falsehood, but still you're bound for Hollywood. Bound for Hollywood. You find yourself on the casting couch. If you think of someone else, you finally earn
right, it is BF Raid Hollywood with Snakes. Appreciate once again Bruce coming on the show tonight. It won't be the last time, I'm sure. Super cool to meet him and talk to somebody from my old neck of the woods. And the music is amazing, as usual, every single week here on the show. 31 episodes now. It is time for Bruce Owens' Pick of the Week. Here is Amy by the incomparable Elton John.
Tread on my face if you like, little lady. Turn me inside out if you have to, baby. But don't you cross me off your list. Ooh, I am young and I ain't never been kissed. Never been kissed by a lady called Amy. You're far out, you're fab and insane. Woman of the world, it's quite plain. My dad told me Amy's your name. Said it break my neck if I played your game. But he can't bust my head, 'cause I love you all the same. Amy, I know you don't have to show your affection, 'cause big boys like you, into you I'm an infection. So if you don't want me around, I'll think around along the ground. You can't bump this bum in town. Amy! Whistle at you down the street. Oh, well, if I could, but I can't whistle, you see. Amy, I may not be James Dean. Amy, I may not be 19. And I may still be in bumper boots and jeans. But, ooh, Amy, you're the girl that wrecks my dreams. I may not be James Dean, maybe I may not be 19, and I may still be in proper boots and jeans.
Sitting in a firelight alone, I wanted you to beg me not to go. But every time I wanted you to love me, you'd make me feel so guilty. And pouring out my heart and soul to you just gave you ammunition you could use. 'Cause every bullet that you sent my way just told me I was worthless. But I'm not your life of the day, the person that'll always stay, the monster under the bed you said existed in my head. And I can only take so much before it's time to give it up. So pack your bags, you're leaving, and with you take my demons. Trying not to let you see my tears, the ones that fall every time you're near. 'Cause in your eyes I'm nothing but a waste of the space there is between us. When I was small you stole part of my light, the part that keeps the nightmares out of sight. And I'm still trying to find my way without it, my mind, my harshest critic. But I'm not your life of the day, the person that'll always stay, the monster under the bed you said existed in my head. And I can only take so much before it's time to give it up. So pack your bags, you're leaving, and with you take my demons. Before I could get out, you laid the rules down. I'm not good enough, and I never was. And rising from your hate, I'll build myself a better fate. It's time I let go of all the lies you ever told. 'Cause I'm not your life of the day, the person that'll always stay, the monster under the bed you said existed in my head. And I can only take so much before it's time to give it up. So pack your bags, you're leaving, and with you take my demons, take my demons.
That was Caitlin May for the first time here on Tunesday Tuesday. And we have our first request of the night. Here is a little Black Sabbath. Song is called War Pigs. Enjoy.
Generals gathered in their masses, just like
witches at black masses, evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction, in the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning, death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh Lord, yeah. Darkness world stops turning, ashes where the body's burning. No more war pigs have the power, and as God has struck the hour, day of judgment God is calling. Underneath the war pigs crawling, begging mercies for the sins. Satan laughing spreads his wings. Oh Lord, yeah.
request, there is Black Sabbath live on Tunesday Tuesday. Next up, one of my favorite artists of all time, singer-songwriter from Tyler, Texas. Here is Lauren Alexander with Back to You.
Don't care how far I run, find my way back to you. Find my way back. Find my way back to you.
Miss Lauren Alexander with Back to You here on Tunesday Tuesday. Zach Wilkerson is a soul rocker from the country. Powerful, soulful vocals and a driving guitar style combined with poignant songwriting to deliver a new take on Americana, soul, country, and rock. Wilkerson stumbled into a career in music after being tricked into entering and eventually winning the Blue Light Live Singer-Songwriter Contest in 2011. The prize was a solo acoustic set at the 2012 Larry Joe Taylor's Texas Musical Festival in Stephenville, Texas. He has since etched out a strong following across the Texas music scene and beyond, with his work appearing in nationally syndicated and regional radio and local and primetime network television. Wilkerson cut his musical teeth in a country church when he started singing at 4. At a young age, he discovered his parents' country, soul, Motown, rock, and folk records, creating a musical foundation with as much variety as passion. By 12, he played several instruments, including piano and guitar, which led to songwriting that same year. The musical voice that has evolved since is a fresh take on rock, soul, country, and Americana, evoking Aretha, Bill Withers, Bonnie Raitt, and Levin Helm. Here is Zach Wilkerson for the first time on Tunesday Tuesday with Blacktop Highway.
Blacktop Highway, take me home, carry me far away. My baby's waiting all day long. I hope she'll wait one more day. Winding through the mountains and the wandering valley, running with the river, rolling to the sea, burning through the desert, snaking through the trees, sneaking down the back road, living wild and free. Blacktop Highway, take me home, carry me far away. My baby's waiting all day long. I hope she'll wait one more day. Chasing down the full moon, gaining on the dawn, racing with a falling star right into the sun. Ain't no time for slowing, ain't no room to turn. Just keep on like we're going, miles and hours to burn. Blacktop Highway, take me home, carry me far away. My baby's waiting all alone. I hope she'll wait one more day. Hope she'll wait one more day. I hope she'll wait one more day. I hope she'll wait just one more day.
Brian Douglas Wilson, born June 20th, 1942, was an American musician, songwriter, singer, and record producer who co-founded the Beach Boys. Often called a genius for his novel approaches to pop composition and mastery of recording techniques, he is widely acknowledged as one of the most innovative and significant songwriters of the 20th century. His best-known work is distinguished for its high production values, complex harmonies and orchestrations, vocal layering, and introspective or ingenious themes. He was also known for his versatile head voice and falsetto, which degraded after the 1970s. Unfortunately, the legend and icon Brian Wilson has passed away at the age of 82 on June 11th, 2025. So I'm going to play my favorite Beach Boys song tonight. Here is Wouldn't It Be Nice?
Wouldn't it be nice if we were older, then we wouldn't have to wait so long? And wouldn't it be nice to live together in the kind of world where we belong? No, it's gonna make it that much better when we can say goodnight and stay the more we talk about it, it only makes it worse to live without it. But let's talk about it. But wouldn't it be
Georgia native Cyndi Thomson burst onto the country music scene, quickly securing a publishing deal and a major label record contract upon arrival in Nashville. Her rapid ascent to stardom came with the release of her debut album, My World, and the #1 single, What I Really Meant to Say. However, Cyndi shocked the industry when she chose to step away from her burgeoning music career after just one album. Over the next few years, she found solace in a different path, delving into jewelry design with her company Hey Bell Company, which unexpectedly brought her back into the music world. Now poised for her triumphant return, Cyndi is just getting started. And here is her brand new single, 5 More Minutes.
He's almost 16. Sometimes it's hard to believe, 'cause I still see him in my mind. Sitting in his car seat, singing Jesus Loves Me. Spider-Man pajamas, holding my hand so tight. She's almost 20. Seems just like last week she was spinning round and round while her daddy played piano. Hell, where does the time go from baby girl to someone else's now? Wish I had 5 more minutes. Driving Bella off at college, cooking with my mama, dancing with my sister. He's still my everything. Yeah, that was such a different time. Sipping all that tequila, talking and kissing and singing, pulling you close when you're leaving. You know I'll always need you for 5 more minutes. Dropping Bella off at college, cooking with my mama, dancing with my sister, singing so loud, riding my pink coffee back, Nashville for the first time. These moments flashing, I'm right back in it. Wish I could go back for 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. It's been 3 years since you went to heaven. I still see you in my mind. I hope you saw me singing at the Opry. We talked about it when I hugged you for the last time. If I had 5 more minutes. Dropping Bella off at college, cooking with my mama, dancing with my sister, singing so loud, riding my pink coffee back, Nashville for the first time. These moments flashing, I'm right back in it. Wish I could go back for 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes.
Hey, Hey, Cyndi, I just wanted to call and let you know that I got my card, and thank you. It's very beautiful, and I really, really love you. And you've become such a beautiful mom and beautiful woman. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Delta High was created in 2014 as a new project by Neil Jackson. His previous band, Pleasure Device, was purely a live band with the highlight of supporting REM at Nottingham's Rock City. Originally consisting of Neil and Damien Ives, they recorded their first album at Ashwood Music without a record contract. Seeing the potential, Sotos Yasimi signed them up to Ashwood Records, and so began the journey. Here is Cherry Bay by Delta High.
Night by the warm campfire, your face so clean, the flames get higher. Let's have some fun and let's get groovy. Let's have some fun and let's get groovy. And you're dynamite. Well, it's cool tonight by the candlelight. And this groove I'm in, it's full of sin. Let's have some fun and let's get groovy. Let's have some fun and let's get groovy. Inside, the bed gets hazy, the girls go crazy.
With soulful timbre that swells and dips, perfectly placed vibrato, impeccable falsetto, and unforgettable energetic stage presence, Zach Webb is a force of nature that commands attention. This incredible singer-songwriter from Texas offers phenomenal vocal and vast genre range, leaving listeners stunned. Everything about Zach Webb defines exactly what Americana music is without losing touch with his unique, soulful style, personal roots, and journey. For the first time ever, here is Zach Webb along with his wife on a duet called Chasing After the Moon.
I see you every time I rise. I see you every time I lay my head down at night. You seem so close, but you're so far. to get to you, I'd have to travel through the stars. I'm not scared, okay, maybe a bit, but it's your heart I'm out to get, yeah. I am chasing after the moon. My friends call me crazy, but all I see is you. I am chasing after the moon, and soon, very soon, I'll get a spaceship and fly to you. Fly to you. Fly to you. Oh.
Sometimes I wish you were here, so I can sit and watch you shine. Frankly, I'm not very sure what I am even fighting for. I'm not scared, okay, maybe some, but sometimes I think you're brighter than the sun, and I'm chasing after the moon. My friends call me crazy, but all I see is you. I'm chasing after the moon, and soon, very soon, I'll get a spaceship and fly to you. And if you were to eclipse
And hide your face,
everything between us, I'd say you are out of place, 'cause I'm chasing after the moon. My friends call me crazy, but all I see is you. I'm chasing after the moon, and soon, very soon, I'll get a spaceship and fly to you. Fly to you. Fly to you.
Atlanta, Georgia native Lily Rose burst onto the scene with her viral hit Villains. Instantly propelling her into the national spotlight almost overnight. Signed to Big Loud Records, Back Blocks Music, Mercury Records, Lily toured with country's hottest stars as she hungrily chased down her dreams and married her wife, Dyra, in 2023. Amidst the whirlwind of success, Lily felt a tug to reassess her priorities and find balance between her career aspirations and personal fulfillment. Out of that period of reflection comes the long-awaited EP and Lily's first batch of new music since 2022, Running Out of Time, out now. A co-writer on each track, it's Lily at her most personal and honest, bundling her beliefs and contradictions into 6 new songs that explain who she is, where she came from, and where she's headed. It's the perfect soundtrack for the intense push and pull in Lily's life and a potent reminder of how important it is to take a breath and focus on the things that matter most. In this new chapter, Lily embodies the classic dichotomy between Saturday night energy and Sunday morning contemplation. Here is Lily Rose with Seeing Blue.
We went
and smoke. We went down in flames. I thought that if I saw you after, I'd still burn the same. You flipped the script on me, bringing her tonight. Seeing y'all at douse the fire, it turned me cold as ice. Ooh, I should be feeling fat and mad. Ooh, instead I'm feeling like that. Blue neon burning on the wall in the same shade as her eyes. Blue moon, she's sipping on, kissing on what used to be mine. Felt a chill from watching you walking in with somebody new. I thought that I'd be seeing red, but I'm seeing blue. It's washing over me, as blue as her ripped jeans. I have to watch you dance with her the way you dance with me. I bet she knows you drink, she'll taste it on your lips. I'm spiraling, I'm in too deep, and all I see is blue neon burning on the wall in the same shade as her eyes. Blue moon, she's sipping on, kissing on what used to be mine. Felt a chill from watching you walking in with somebody new. I thought that I'd be seeing red, but I'm seeing blue. Ooh, I should be feeling fat and mad. Ooh, instead I'm feeling like that. Blue neon burning on the wall in the same shade as her eyes. Blue moon, she's sipping on, kissing on what used to be mine. Felt a chill from watching you walking in with somebody new. I thought that I'd be seeing red, but I'm seeing blue. But I'm seeing blue. I'm seeing blue.
It's Seeing Blue by Lily Rose for the first time here on Tunesday Tuesday with yours truly, Boston Chris. Your Mom is a four-piece rock band from the northwest suburbs of Chicago, comprised of vocalist, rhythm guitarist Mara Wolf, lead guitarist Tommy Hines, drummer Alex O'Malley, and bassist Andrew Vuxko Cameron. The band combines an eclectic set of influences including classical rock, blues, funk, folk, and others. The band has performed in and around the Chicagoland area at such notable venues and events as Subterranean, Beat Kitchen, Winnetka Music Festival, Cobra Lounge, the Cubby Bear, Navy Pier, G-Man Tavern, Liars Club, and others. Additionally, they competed in the 17th and 18th annual Bitter Jester Music Festival and placed as the runner-ups and grand champions, respectively, and recently opened for ZZ Top and Leonard Skinner at the Ravinia Festival. Guys, I am so excited because Your Mom has new music, and it's called No Soul.
Hello, it's hot outside, and my skin is slowly burning. I'd like to learn how to cast aside this feeling of overthinking. And whoa, say whoa, and whoa, say whoa, and take the cigarette out of my hand, 'cause I don't want to go down that road again. The only thing I wanna be addicted to is your love, is our groove, and whoa, say whoa, and whoa, say whoa, and at this moment I can't reciprocate the love you give, the love I take in. Oh, I wanna learn how to love you, babe, but I'm just a little too cold. I'm just a little too cold. They say I don't have a soul. They say I don't have a soul. Oh no, I guess I'm incapable. I guess I'm incapable. And at this moment I can't reciprocate the love you give, the love I take in. Oh, I wanna learn how to love you, babe, but I'm just a little too cold. I'm just a little too cold. They say I don't have a soul. They say I don't have a soul. No, I guess I'm incapable. I guess I'm incapable. Where has my mind gone? It's gone too far away. I'm stuck on the sidebar, and I'm a satellite to my old life. And where's my mind gone? It's gone too far away. I'm stuck on this sidebar. I'm just a satellite to my old life. Woo! Woo! Woo!
There is your mom with no soul, live on Tunesday Tuesday. And now from Nacogdoches, Texas, it is Vampyre Deth with Open Eyes. All right, there's Vampyre Deth from Nacogdoches, Texas, here on the Tunesday Tuesday show. Next up is one of our recent podcast guests, Miss Courtney Patton, who was our 73rd episode this past Friday night. This is her song, Do You Believe? Please check out that interview. It was one of my favorites of all time. I love Courtney so much, and here is a great song from her.
Change in the breeze. I walked out on it and stood there with ease. I could have run off, I could have fled, but I kept my feet strong and stayed here instead. Do you believe me? Do you believe? A man's got to come home to see what he's missed. The day in, the day out, the lips left unkissed. Fight back to normal, whatever that means. At least fight for something, or split at the seams. Do you believe me? Do you believe that love lasts forever? 'Cause it lasts forever. The next time you wander, don't stay gone long. It takes both of our hearts to finish this song. Oh, do you believe me? Do you believe that love lasts forever? 'Cause it's all there is. Oh, do you believe me? Do you believe that love lasts forever? Because it lasts forever. Do you believe me? That it lasts forever.
one and only Courtney Patton on Tunesday Tuesday. Make sure you check out episode 73 of the Boston Chris podcast. And next up, my buddy Payton Riley, episode 74 of the Boston Chris podcast with Weatherboy. Y'all check it out.
You change just like the seasons. You love me, you hate me. In one day, it's hard to keep up. You're like a human hurricane. I'll never be happy with you. Tired dealing with your daddy issues. Your lies, these start to bore me. Tired of hearing the same old stories. Tired of being made the villain. 'Cause you can't be a man. Tired of making no mistakes. Won't do it again. So bye bye, Weatherboy. So bye bye, Weatherboy. I've been waiting for years for my dreams to come true. But happy ever after wasn't made for me and you. I'll never be happy with you. Tired dealing with your daddy issues. Your lies, these start to bore me. Tired of hearing the same old stories. Tired of being made the villain. 'Cause you can't be a man. Tired of making no mistakes. Won't do it again. So bye bye, Weatherboy. It took me a while to see the truth. I never really meant that much to you. You said forever, but means never. You got a lot of growing up to do. I'll never be happy with you. Tired dealing with your daddy issues. Your lies, they start to bore me. Tired of hearing the same old story. Well, I guess I'm just a villain. 'Cause you can't be a man. Tired of making no mistakes. Won't do it again. So bye bye, Weatherboy. So bye bye, Weatherboy. So bye bye, Weatherboy. So bye bye, Weatherboy.
From a couple of artists who have recently appeared on the Boston Chris podcast to someone who will be on the show shortly. For John Muck, a singer-songwriter born in Uganda and now living in Austin, Texas. Music is part of a larger conversation he's having with the world and everybody in it. John Muck is our Global Artist of the Week this week, drawing from African as well as Western musical trends and traditions. He devises songs as small gifts, designed to settle into everyday life and provoke reflection and resilience. I love, love, love this song, and I love me some John Muck, you guys. This is Runaway.
I feel like a runaway. I got a home, but I just can't find it. I never knew the right of way. I'm not alone, 'cause the stars, they guide me. It's in my past, I gotta let it go. Don't look back, I gotta keep on going. I feel like a runaway. So I say, hey, don't care what the weatherman's saying, hey, I'm not afraid of the storms that's raging. It's not like a child now. Every day I keep on growing. Every road that I travel down, there's always something worth knowing. It's in my blood, I was born to roam. Where I go, there is no returning. I feel like a runaway. So I say, don't care what the weatherman's saying, I'm not afraid of the storms that's raging. It's not mine, I gotta let it go. I've been a man, I gotta keep on I feel like a runaway. So I say, hey, don't care what the weatherman's saying, hey, I'm not afraid of the storms that's raging. It's not mine, I gotta let it go. I've been a man, I gotta keep on walking. I feel like a runaway. I feel like a runaway.
Incredible stuff from our global artist of the week, John Muck from Uganda. And moving on to our TikTok stop scrolling artist of the week, that is falling on Miss Renee Rapp, who is an American singer, songwriter, and actress who has gained recognition for starring as Regina George in the Broadway musical Mean Girls. She also reprised the role in the 2024 musical film adaptation and also contributed to its soundtrack. Rapp has also starred in the Max comedy series The Sex Lives of College Girls. She released her debut EP Everything to Everyone in 2022, which was followed by her full-length studio album Snow Angel in 2023. Here is Renee Rapp, our TikTok stop scrolling artist of the week, with Leave Me Alone.
I'm a real bad girl, but a real good kisser. Leave me alone, bitch, I wanna have fun. Got my hair tied up, phone on, don't disturb. Leave me alone, bitch, I wanna have fun. I got my jeans so low, show my little back dimple. Leave me alone, bitch, I wanna have fun. Even line my lips just to match my nipples. Leave me alone, bitch, I wanna have fun.
Come on, babe, get up. I just got you another.
Can I tell you a secret? I'm so sick of it all. Come get wet in the deep end. Take it off. Get it off. Manager called me, said, where's the single? Leave me alone, bitch, I wanna have fun. I know you're breaking up, babe. I don't got no signal. Leave me alone, bitch, I wanna have fun. Sign 100 NDAs, but I still say something. Leave me alone, bitch, I wanna have fun. I took my sex life with me, now the show ain't fucking. Can I tell you a secret? I'm so sick of it all. Come get wet in the deep end. Take it off. Get it off. Can I tell you a secret? I'm so sick of it all. Come get wet in the deep people trying to talk business. Leave me alone, bitch, I wanna have fun. I just wanna dance, don't take my picture. Leave me alone, bitch, I wanna have fun. My ex walked in and my other ex with her. Leave me alone, bitch, I wanna have fun. The three of us together, that's a real tongue twister. Leave me alone, bitch, I wanna have fun.
Let's get up.
Renee Rapp of the TikTok Stop Scrolling Artist of the Week.
I have water for you, babe.
Let's go. And our marquee artist of the week, we are going to play a double play of Mr. Adam Hood. Incredible artist, solo artist, frontman, behind-the-scenes songwriter. For more than a decade, Adam Hood has left his mark both on stage and in the writing room, carving out a southern sound that mixes equal parts country, soul, and American roots music. It's a sound that began shape in Opelika, Alabama. Raised by working-class parents, Hood started playing hometown shows as a 16-year-old, landing a weekly residency at a local restaurant. He'd perform there every Friday and Saturday night, filling his set list with songs by John Hyatt, Hank Jr., and Vince Gill. As the years progressed, the gigs continued, not only in his home state, but across the entire country, eventually even landing himself a 3-year nationwide tour opening for Leon Russell. These days, though, Adam is no longer just putting his own stamp on the songs of chart-topping country stars. Instead, many of those acts, including Little Big Town, Miranda Lambert, Anderson East, Josh Abbott, Leanne Womack, and Brent Cobb, are playing his songs. And tonight is his brand new single, along with the aforementioned Brent Cobb. Here is Four on the Floor, the first half of our double play of Adam Hood, our marquee artist of the week.
Like my lonely, like my vices, empty pockets, red beans and rices. Don't need no woman, tie me down. I'm roly-poly, rolling around. Lord, this ain't nothing you ain't heard before. Four on the floor. Cold turkey, talking jive, sweet honey, straight out the high. Got $2, keep me fed. I'll break it 20, I might wake her dead. Lord, this ain't nothing y'all ain't heard before. It's four on the floor. Shake 'em on down. Don't need no changes, no turnaround. It ain't the baseline that make you move. It's the feel, it's in the groove. And this ain't nothing you ain't heard before. Four on the floor. Well, this ain't nothing you ain't heard before. Four on the floor.
Our second song on the double play of Adam Hood is Beat That Train. Y'all check it out.
New morning, bright sunshine, just another day. Miles between my heart and mind, my soul knows the way. A stray thought could derail the ride, and that would be a shame. I'll lay low and fall behind unless I beat that train. The steam that makes my engine whine sometimes gets the best of me. I should just enjoy the ride and not let it worry me. Get to the station just to find it was all in vain. $1 short and the day behind, trying to beat that train. It's always rolling down the line, no need to hurry up and wait. This life will up and pass you by. You can't outrun your fate. Someday I'll reach my own demise. Lord knows I'll be 10 minutes late. But ever since the dawn of time, ain't nobody ever beat that train. Ever since the dawn of time, ain't nobody ever beat that train. Yeah.
There is our double play of this week's Marquee Artist of the Week, Mr. Adam Hood, here on Tunesday Tuesday. With yours truly, Boss and Chris. That was episode 31 in its entirety, and I want to thank once again Bruce Owens from BF Raid, Boston's Final Raid, for being our guest tonight for the very first time. And moving on for next week at the same time, Tuesday, every Tuesday at 8 p.m., we are live on Facebook and Twitch. Again, if you're watching on YouTube or Spotify, we're on Spotify now, or any of the other podcasting sites, make sure you check us out live, because next week, this young lady, Miss Tommy Joe, will be my guest here live next Tuesday, chatting about her song Thorns and Roses. She is from the East Texas area. Looking forward to chatting with her. And without any further ado, guys, thank you so much for chatting with or hanging out with us tonight. And another 2 hours of phenomenal music will come your way every single Tuesday. And I hope you guys have a phenomenal rest of your week. I will see you guys next time.